Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gamers, something to me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Fueled by Insanity, Daren's Path. So guys, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Oh yeah, I wanted to let you guys know, I managed to grab a RTX 4090 this morning. Oh my god, I am so lucky. They didn't sell out as quickly as the 3000 series, probably because of the crypto crash, but yeah, anyway guys. Oh, I'll be enjoying Scorn and Callisto Protocol and Dead Space Remake on my 4090. And I've got some other big news, guys. I'll make a video about it when I am ready. But anyway, let's jump right back in. Alarm chain, you're up, and let's go. My mouth begins to water the second she sets the plate down in front of me. This is certainly no low-quality fast food burger, that's for sure. It's huge. I'm not sure that it's even going to be able to fit in my mouth. And it smells wonderful. I could tell the meat inside was cooked to perfection. Not only that, but the fries look really good too. They don't look too greasy, and I can see the individual salt crystals glisten in the light. No doubt it's not the healthiest meal around, but it sure beats having nothing. You two let me know if you need anything. Sure thing. Without delay, I grab a hold of my burger and confirm my suspicions about it. This is way too big. How am I going to eat this? Still, I'm starving, and I don't care how messy this might get. I try squishing down the front of the burger and stuffing it in my mouth, only for some pickle and onion slices to fall flat out of the back and onto my plate. You know, you can take some of that off if you're having trouble with it. I quickly finish swallowing the bite I just took before replying. Yeah, but it's more fun this way. Immediately, I go back to taking another bite. Whoever made this burger really did a good job with it. Maybe I'm just not used to diner food, but I didn't realize a burger could be this tasty. After a short while, Ted gets my attention. You said you were going to talk to your brother today about letting us stay at his place, right? Yeah, why? When were you planning on calling him? I pause for a second before realizing something slightly critical. Oh, right, about that. I kind of forgot, I don't have my phone anymore. Oh. I never was the best at planning, I suppose. I would offer to let you borrow mine, but I canceled my contract after I lost my job. But maybe we can ask around if anyone will let you borrow theirs. It wasn't a bad idea, actually, except for one thing. I also don't remember his number. Yeah, I didn't really think this through, I guess. Ted stops eating and stares at me, his expression growing worried. I quickly interject before he can say anything, though, to reassure him. It's okay, though, because he won't say no if we show up at his house. I can't tell if I said something wrong or not, because my words somehow don't seem to instill Ted with much confidence. That's probably not a good thing to do. Why not? You can't just show up at someone's doorstep and expect them to be okay with it. What? I'm a bit confused about what he means until it dawns on me. Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. Oh, good, because you had me worried there for a second. Yeah, nah, I know what I'm doing, don't worry. I wasn't planning on him being okay with it. He'll probably be furious with me, actually. He won't be mad at you, though, so it's fine. I know my answer isn't going to actually help, but my hope is that I may be able to at least make him laugh. Instead, he takes it seriously. Jeffrey, you can't just assume everyone will be okay with letting you into their home, much less if you're bringing along a stranger like me. Your brother doesn't know me, not to mention you should at least... I cut him off, not really wanting to hear it. I already know what he's going to say. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I don't like asking for help. I've been avoiding going to him for a reason, but it's not like we're much use to anyone if we're out on the street. Besides, I feel like Daren would be even more upset with me if I chose to be homeless before going to him. Just trust me on this, okay? Ted lets out a sigh and scratches his head, as if he's trying to deal with some sort of moral dilemma. If you say so, I just don't want to intrude somewhere I'm not welcome. Hey, stop worrying so much, it'll be fine. Besides, you can think of it as an adventure. As the two of us continue to eat our breakfast, I can't tell if the air between us has become more awkward, or if I'm just worrying about issues that aren't actually there. Maybe he's just nervous about how the rest of the day is going to go. I am too, actually. We've still got to finish clearing out Ted's apartment, not to mention the long train ride afterwards. On the bright side, now that I've had a breakfast, today feels like it won't be so bad after all. I'm feeling a lot more energized and ready to get things done. I'm glad I got to eat here and have some real food for a change. This music is cute. After breakfast, we make our way back to Ted's apartment, making fairly good time. We have to be out by noon, so we've still got 2 hours left before we need to leave. So we just need to move the bed and bed frame, right? Yeah, it should be pretty quick. It should only take about 20 minutes at most. Ted walks around to the opposite end of the bed from me and starts to lift up the mattress. Can I help in any way? Sure, you mind getting that side? He signals to the end by me, so I lift it up as well, nearly losing my grip in the process. Only then do I realize how heavy his mattress actually is. Oh, this might be harder than I thought. If it's too heavy for you, I can take it myself. The dumpster's not too far away. You sure? Yeah, it's what I was planning to do before you offered anyway. You can take it easy if you want. I have to admit, the thought of getting to rest a bit more before heading out for the day sounds really nice right now. Plus, he's offering. So it should be fine, right? Then again, I know if Daren was here, he'd scold me for not helping out. What should I do? Help him move it, you fuck! I can't bring myself to sit by while he does everything. After all, he did open up his home to me, not to mention the free breakfast he bought for me as well. The least I can do is help him with this. Too bad, you've got me to help you now, whether you like it or not. I stick my tongue out at him, letting him know it's alright and that I'm wanting to help. I pull up my side of the mattress, trying to set it up at a good angle for Ted to work with. Lead the way, boss! You got it. Thanks, by the way. By the time we get the mattress outside, I'm already feeling a bit tired. Was Ted really planning on moving this by himself? I guess if he were to drag it along the pavement, it wouldn't be too bad, but though that would likely damage it, and I know his plan was for someone else to find it and use it. You doing okay there, Jeffrey? You're panting a lot. I nod, gripping on a bit tighter than I probably needed to. Yeah, I'm just not used to carrying things this heavy. It doesn't take long at all before we find ourselves turning the corner, just a few feet away from the dumpster. Wow, you weren't kidding about it being this close. I did tell you. That's why I wasn't going to be too worried if I had to take it myself. The two of us maneuver the mattress to the side of the dumpster where we leave it propped up against the brick wall. I know he already said it, but thanks again. I nod and then tilt my head back, closing my eyes. I'm ready for today to be over with already. At least we're a decent chunk of the way there. Next step is catching a train to Samwood. By the time we make our way to the train station, it's already past noon. Thankfully, it's not too crowded, though. Luckily, our train shouldn't be too packed at this time, since most people aren't traveling out west until rush hour. We actually managed to make good time as our train pulls up only minutes after we arrive. I lead Ted through the crowd towards one of the middle cars, letting a few passengers out first before we get on. We look out and manage to get a small section to ourselves that nobody's taken yet. Hey, so you've not told me much about yourself yet. What, me? Yeah. What are you wanting to know? I figure since you asked me about my old job, I may as well ask you about yours, too. What did you used to do? Nothing special, really. I worked in a bookstore. Oh, so I guess you like reading, then? During spare time, yeah. The train jerks a bit as it finally starts moving, and an announcement is made about the next stop. What kind of books do you like to read? Sci-fi, mostly. I begin to worry if I'm hitting a dead end with this conversation, when finally Ted's face lights up. Maybe I found the right question to ask after all. Oh! Have you heard of Sasato? Tess who? Sasato, it's a really good series. Oh, I don't actually read much. I can feel Ted studying me as I say that, probably worried that I won't care. I reassure him, though, because I am curious and want to learn about his interests. You should tell me about it. I'd love to hear it. Okay, so it takes place on this huge planet called Sasato. I mean, it's really, really big. I think one of the first pages describes it where if you start at the South Pole and walk north non-stop through your entire lifetime, you still wouldn't be 1/10 of the way to the North Pole. The planet is also in a tidal lock with its sun, too, so one half the planet is completely frozen while the other is half molten. Well, the other half is molten. There's a thin strip of land called the Locked-in Circle that's inhabitable. I thought you said half of it was frozen and the other half was too hot, though. Okay, so it's not quite half. The strip of land where those two meet is a normal temperature. So anyway, all the civilizations are really spread out as a result. People on one side of the planet will never know what's happening on the opposite side because they have no way to meet or communicate. The first book is about a couple of mice, brother and sister, that meet a pair of travelers who are working on a map of the world. The two mice then decide to join the adventurers because they're amazed at meeting new species they never knew existed. New species? What are they? One of them is a dragon. Ooh, dragons are cool. Thank you. I once read a book about a three-headed dragon that... I quickly cut myself off, realizing I'm about to derail the topic. It's an issue I've always had that I've been trying to break recently. Talking about my own interests is fun, but I also need to learn to listen to other people first if I expect them to listen to me as well. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to interrupt. It's fine. I thought you said you didn't like reading, though. I don't, but that book was good, and I can tell you about it after you tell me about Tasuda. Sasato. Yeah, that one. So, what kind of dragon was it? Did he breathe fire? Was it a wyvern or one of those long noodly dragons? That's a good question. I don't think it was ever said. You can't just say it's a dragon when there are so many types out there. I just always assumed he was a more standard dragon that looks like a lizard with wings. Standard dragon? What does that even mean? You know, like with arms and legs and wings and a normal body. I don't know how to describe it. So, are both adventurers dragons? No, the other one's a kitsune. A what? A kitsune. Have you seriously never heard of a kitsune before? Oh, those are those weird foxes with a bunch of tails, right? I remember there being one in a video game I played a long time ago. Sort of. Like dragons, they live for a long time. Every 100 years they get another tail. Why? Why what? Why do they get more tails? I don't know, that's just what the lore says. I imagine it's probably a symbol of status or something like that. Anyway, the story is cool because they're going through so much work to try to meet and connect with different societies to help connect the world and make a map so that people will know what the world actually looks like. Ooh, that was quick. Yet they'll never be around long enough to see the full project completed. Each book picks up with a new group that continues where the previous group left off. Oh, that sounds depressing. That means everyone from the previous book is dead, then. Well, if you put it like that, it's still a really good series. I think you'd enjoy it. I think that would be a cool series. I wonder if that's a real book series. Guys, in the comments, let me know if that's a real book series. Yeah, but that would mean reading. It also means I'd have someone to talk to about it. Too bad. I stick out my tongue to mess with him. Most of the train ride is spent listening to Ted go on about different books he's read. Some of them I don't care for, while others sound pretty cool. In return, I tell him about some of the books I had to read back in school, most of which sucked, but a few stuck out as hidden gems. Eventually, we run out of things to talk about, and so I drift off. I know this place, but I can't remember why. The waterfall should be louder than this, but instead it's quiet. Peaceful. I'm talking with Jesse. He's smiling. I am too. We're happy. He's the reason I ran away this time. I can't remember. This feels right. This is how things should be. This is a dream. I want this dream to continue. I want to know how things would have been. I'm sorry for everything. What am I sorry for? He forgives me, but what is he forgiving? This can still be real, if I try hard enough. Do I want it to be real? I think I do. But why? It's only two of us. Nobody else. I feel safe in his arms. Something's not right, though. Something happened and I have to fix it. I'm the only one who can make choices. I'm the only one who can make things happen. If something went wrong, it's because... Wake up! We're here! It takes a moment for my eyes to adjust to the lights in the train. Huh? Sure enough, the train has stopped at our destination. You slept through most of the ride, so I didn't have to talk to you, so I didn't have anyone to talk to. Oh, oops. It's fine, but we need to get off. Right, I'm up then. I wasn't sure how long I slept, but apparently it was long enough for me to feel groggy after waking up from my nap. Ted hastily leads me off the train. The fox is eager to finally stretch his legs as I am. By the time we arrive from the train station, it's already dark. This is your brother's house? Yeah, it is. Despite how nonchalant I've been about the whole situation up until now, actually being here is making me feel uneasy. It's one thing to think about asking someone for help, but another to actually do it. You okay there? Yeah, just gotta take a deep breath and... I stop myself. The thought of knocking on Daren's door terrifies me, even though I knew it shouldn't. I don't know why I'm so bad at this. Bad at what? Asking for help, I jump back, startled by the sound of the door opening. Crap! Daren must have heard us out here! My mind races, fearing the worst. What if Daren's upset with me? What if he yells at me? What if he yells at Ted? What if we have nowhere to go tonight? What if... Before my anxiety can push more doubts into my mind, I hear Daren step outside, his gaze shifting back and forth between Ted and me. I have to say something. Hi, Daren. I just... Damn it, this should be easy. Just tell him we need a place to stay. I continued mumbling a bit, avoiding eye contact with Daren, knowing full well how pathetic I must seem right now. Thankfully, he seems to get the message despite me not being able to get a single sentence out. Come on. He rolls his eyes before heading back inside, leading us in. Looking for that bad dragon toy. Oh yeah, it's in the... I know it's not a bad dragon toy, but it fucking looks like one. Daren's place is the same way I remember it. Unpacked boxes lying around, electronics scattered about, the huge box fans everywhere to make up for the broken air conditioner. While I'm focusing on our surroundings, Ted's attention is centered on Daren and me. He keeps looking back and forth between us, as if he's trying to work something out. Eat yet? Yes. Well, if you get hungry later, I've got some leftover pizza in the fridge. Feel free to help yourselves. The room goes quiet as neither of us quite know what to say, until Ted speaks up. You two are brothers, right? Half-brothers. You look nothing alike. You're not even the same species. No, we are. I just take after my dad more. Yeah, Daren's a fox mutt. The word slips out of my mouth before I can stop myself. I can't remember when I first started calling him that, but he hated it. You want to try that again? Last time I checked, you're as much of a fox mutt as me. But I can at least pass as a fox. Somehow, I don't think my playful banter is coming across how I want it to. If you're not a fox, what are you? He's part wolf. Really? He doesn't look like it to me. That's because it's only a small part. I think my dad was only half or quarter wolf or something like that. I never met him, so I don't really know for sure. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Before the conversation can progress much further, Daren gives me a stern look. Hey, I want to speak to you in private. Hope your friend doesn't mind. Oh boy, here it comes. I know I'm about to be in for a lecture that I'm not in the mood to hear, but it's best if I humor him anyway. I can't exactly expect for him to let us crash at his place if I refuse to talk to him after all. Yeah, that's fine. Daren walks off towards his room, signaling me to follow. There it is! Not in all. Surprisingly, his room is less messy than the rest of his house, though I can't help but question the clashing colors of his bedding. I'm pretty sure he's had that blue space comforter since he was a kid. I'm sure it has enough holes in it, that's for sure. So, what did you do this time? Huh? His tone carries no hostility, but I don't like that he's implying that I've done something bad. Last one didn't work out, so you're here with a new one now. Can't say I'm surprised. What? That's not what this... Let me guess, things didn't work out with Jesse, so you ran off like you always do, and now you found someone new. You're going to act like nothing ever happened. The fuck is your problem? So I'm right then. I pause. He's not technically wrong, though hearing him say it doesn't make me feel any better. What name are you going by now? Man, fuck you! My response is enough to confirm everything for him. I hate how good he always is at reading me. It makes me feel like I'm just a case study for him or something. I'm going by Jeffrey now. Jeffrey, huh? At least it's not as bad as your last name was. Yeah, shut up. So, who's your new friend? The way he emphasizes that last word makes me roll my eyes. Ted. Cool. You can relax, you know. I let out a sigh of frustration. I can't explain why I feel so irritable around Daren. I just do. Yeah, well, maybe try being less of a dick and stop acting like you know everything. I have no reason to be acting like this. The way he's wording things is setting me off, but he's not really doing anything wrong. He's just blunt. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. We finally made it to Daren's place. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!